I think I found a problem that I need to resolve right away.
Well, actually, not holding me back from running specifically, but holding me back from running more efficiently. If you watch my B race recap, after that half marathon, I knew that there was something that I need to work on. And for the next couple weeks after the race, I decided to focus on one thing and one thing only. Cadence. Before my B race that I have, most of my runs has been sitting at around 160 to 170. And from what I've been learning, that's probably on the lower side. So I've been starting to try to bring that up a little bit, and the B race was my test whether I can feel natural about it. But honestly, it doesn't feel natural at all. Every step feels forced, like thinking about how I run instead of just running. And instead of focusing on my pace or how I feel, I'm just stuck in my head trying to get to that ideal cadence that I want to run in. And that's when I started noticing something. Nothing painful, but inefficiency. Like I'm working harder than I should. So here's my plan. I want to bring my average cadence for all my runs in the upcoming 2 weeks to 175 in average. And the goal here is I can run at this cadence as natural as possible while keeping all my heart rate as low as possible. On the first couple runs, I tried using the metronome on my Garmin watch, and then I also tried putting on music on my head. I also tried turn on the alert on my watch when I go below a certain BPM on my cadence. And here's what I found after my first 3 runs using this attempt.
Third run of the week. It doesn't freaking work.
I'm just kidding, it does work, but just not in the way I expected. In the beginning, it actually helps a lot. I was able to bring my cadence up to around 172, which on paper looks pretty good. But once I got past around 5K, on every single run, it stopped feeling natural. Instead of just running, I was thinking about every single steps, trying to keep my running form. And the hardest part isn't using any of these tools, it's actually keeping my legs moving at that particular rhythm. I think what really comes down to is muscle memory. As of the recording of this video, it's still something that I have to consciously think about. It's definitely not automatic yet, and I don't think this is something that would change overnight. But one thing I didn't expect is that cadence actually forced me to slow down, and that's completely changed how I think about my easy runs. I used to think my easy pace was a particular fixed numbers, but now I'm realizing that I might have to let that go. Because if I'm focusing on cadence, I can't keep chasing the same pace at the same time. My heart rate would go up while I'm trying to keep up unnaturally with that particular cadence. One more thing that I realized I struggled with this particular training so hard was I have really tired legs this week after the B race, and my recovery hasn't been on point. And therefore, I have earlier moments when my legs start to complain about having to do this unnaturally. I believe that having better recovery, having better sleep will allow me to keep up with this training, and my legs will get used to this pacing much faster. So right now, I'm still figuring it out. It's not natural yet. It's still something that I do very intentional, but it's something I know I need to work through, and it will become natural over time. The real test is going to be on my long runs. I'm going to take this into my next 2 long runs and see if this actually hold up over distance, and more importantly, how I adjust mentally when I can't rely on my usual pace anymore. That's what I'm testing next. So in the next update, I'm going to document how I feel, and I'll come back to how I feel and how I progress next. I appreciate you tuning in. Comment below if you have any tips and tricks that you can give me to stay at that great cadence while keeping my heart rate low, or if you have any struggles and frustrations that you used to have like I do. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.